Hey guys, I'm Sonic Freak and you're watching Yarncast. Welcome to episode 10. Episode 9, you may have noticed, is missing. It did not work out, and I didn't have time to refilm it. So, everything I talked about in episode 9 is up on the internet. It's at the Yarncast group on Ravelry, and it's also on yarncast.com. So if you're interested in all the things I talked about in that episode, you just have to go look at them because... Anyway, let's just skip ahead. We're on episode 10 now. So let's do it. And let's hope that everything works out this time. I still cannot get Sony Vegas, which I used to edit. I still can't get that working on my newly updated computer. So hopefully we don't have too much stuff that needs to be edited, because I can't do much editing with like the YouTube editor. You know what I mean? But I'm going to do my best and hope that nothing too crazy happens this time. I've already had to change my batteries though, but it's neither here nor there. We're still gonna do it. We're gonna get through it. The show must go on and all that. So, let's go. First of all, finished objects. I have one pair of finished objects, and those are some modified riblet socks. And I made these for Chansey for Easter, and I finished them at like 1 a.m. on Easter morning. But yeah, they are done out of, the main part of it is Fuji Fight Like a Girl, fishnets yarns, and that was to support the little Chihuahua Fuji that has cancer, and she's actually not doing too well right now. So I'm really glad I got these done and knitted something with this yarn. And the white parts are just Lion Brand Sock Ease in Marshmallow. Or is that the color name? I guess, I don't know. And then I had to put a little bit of blue in it because these are for Chansey. You always have to have some blue. So that little bit is Lion Brand Sock Ease in Snow Cone. And they match. The first time I tried to do matching stripes, because Chansey has decided that he wants all his socks to match now. So, all his socks are going to match. They are 3/4 of a row off of matching, actually. Let's see if I can find the part where you can see it. Yep. If you look right there, you can see there's like 3/4 of a row of the lime green that is not over here. But other than that, 3/4 of a row, they match. So, I did pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. So yeah, those are modified riblet socks. I added in an afterthought heel instead of what the pattern calls for because of the stripes and because I just prefer afterthought heels. And there was one other modification I did that I don't remember now. But I think I did the toe a little shorter than the pattern calls for. But yeah, there they are. And they have been washed and they are ready for him to wear. I actually got to show them on the podcast before he wore them, so that's awesome. So he'll probably wear those tomorrow. So that's my only FO. I mean, I had several FOs last time to show, but we won't talk about that. I have a lot of works in progress. I pulled a couple of old works in progress out and got a little bit of work done on them. I've been working on this. Gotta unfold it to see what exactly the name of the pattern is. Bernat Star Blanket. I saw this pattern on Ravelry and I added it to my favorites or my queue or something. And then I was going through my leaflets and I saw that I had liked it enough to grab a leaflet. So I'm like, you know what? I might as well do this because obviously I like it. So I'm going to do it. And I'm doing that with some of my oldest skeins. Like 6 out of my 15 oldest skeins are going to be in this blanket. And I am using Naturally Karen Country. And I have, what are the colors? Deep Purple and Claret. So, let's show the progress. Here's my Dicky-Doo. I don't know if I showed you guys the progress up to this point, but when I pulled it out, that's where I was. So I've done 4 rows and a little bit of a 5th row. So yeah, that's it in some progress. It's starting to look like something. Kind of looks like a Spider-Man type thing, a little bit. It probably won't in the video, but on my camera it kind of does, because the purple's looking darker than it actually is. But yeah, so yeah, that's some progress, and it looks like a star. So I'm doing pretty good, I think. Let me hold it upright. There we go, that's the top. So yeah, it actually looks like a star, so I'm doing pretty good. And I plan to just keep going on that until all 6 of those skeins are gone, so that I can finally be rid of some of my oldest skeins, because this is it's 75% acrylic, 25% wool. So there's not a lot that I really want to do with this, but I think a blanket or Afghan uses that perfectly. And I don't know how big this is going to be, so I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to do with it. My nephew just had a baby, his second baby. How is my nephew old enough to be having a second baby? I don't know. But yeah, he just had his second baby. And I might give that to them. I don't know yet. Not sure. But anyway, that's that. And that is in my Michaels bag, because I do not have... I have like one large project bag, other than the clear things that I got from Amazon. Like actual project bags, I have one large one. So I really need to see if I can get a large project bag at Yarncon. But I digress. The other old project I pulled out, this one is in the bag I got from Yarncon last year, and that is by the Silver Shed. It was being sold by Lady Men Fiber Arts at Yarncon last year, and inside I have a project using some Lady Men Fiber Arts along with, what was this other one? Sorry guys, I gotta read this, I don't remember. The Wool Dispensary, who I think stopped dying, unfortunately. But, so we got Lady Men Fiber Arts, Director's Interpretation. And then we have the Wool Dispensary, Lizard Boy, and Greatest Stimulant. And I'm using these to make what I have now decided to call my bright socks. And these are for me. They are a toe-up sock with ribbing on the top and just stocking it on the bottom. And I didn't get much progress done on this. I don't remember when I last showed you guys this, and I don't even remember when I cast this on, because I actually did not put it into Ravelry when I first cast it on. But it's in there now, and get a little bit of progress done. So yeah, I need to really get that done, because I know it's been... I know I cast it on sometime last year, but I just set it as this year because I couldn't remember when. So I just left it as the date that I put it into Ravelry, but I know I started those last year. I think I did. Pretty sure. I don't know. I need to get some stuff for myself done. Hold on a sec. So, next up, some newer works in progress. I bought this pattern, I think, for the Odd Stripes hat, and I'm using 2 different colors of Classic Elite Yarns, Liberty Wool, and it is a hat with some stripes, so there's the progress on that. It is on my Hiya needles. That part is on floor, and now I'm working on 6s on this part. And yeah, that's pretty. I like that. I think this hat will probably be to donate, because I don't know. It's kind of late in the year to be trying to sell some hats. So this will probably go to Wool Aid. But yeah, that is the Odd Stripes hat, which is a paid-for pattern. Although honestly, if you go look at that pattern, you can probably figure it out. Not that I'm condoning that, but I'm just saying. it ain't that complicated. And I have that one in one of my produce bags because that is going to be some car knitting. So I didn't want to... I was having a bad day the other day, and I was dropping stuff, spilling stuff, having all kinds of trouble, so I just said I'm going to put it in one of the produce bags because I don't want to mess up my nice bags. So, yeah, that's in a produce bag. Anyway, next up I am working on the owl container for the Red Heart group on Ravelry. They're knit and crochet along. I'm doing the crochet part and doing the It's a Hoot owl container. So it's worked with 2 strands of worsted weight Red Heart yarn. I'm using Super Saver in Clairette, again Clairette. And there's my progress. It looks wonky right now, but it'll even out. I'll be able to even it out once I'm done. So that's the progress on that. The sides are nice and stiff and stand up on their own. The bottom, I'm probably going to have to like put a piece of cardboard or something, because that bottom is not too sturdy on its own. So I'll probably put a piece of cardboard in there, but it's got this nice basket weave type pattern, and it looks crazy right now, but I'm telling you, it'll be nice when it's done. So that's that. Next we have what I'm calling my discontinued contrast. It is the contrast sweater, and I'm doing it in 2 discontinued colors. Delgarn Falk Neon, which has been completely discontinued. Doing that with the neon pink of that. And then a discontinued Cascade 220 Sport color, which I think is burnt orange, but I do not have any labels in here, but it's one of the discontinued colors. And I'm making the contrast sweater. Let's see if we have a picture here. Well, not really too good of a picture, but that's the back of it, and there's part of it. So, it's called Contrast. I'm making that for Yuji, my daughter. And I just mixed up my pages. I did not realize that they were not numbered, because my pages are usually numbered when I print out a pattern. But anyway, yeah. So here's the progress on that. I'm doing the raglan increases. So, there is the collar. Can't really see it. So and I apologize if that's making an annoying noise on the camera. But yeah. So yeah, that's the top. I'm like 75 to 80% done with the increases. So that's that. And I hoped to have this done by her birthday on April 19th. I don't know if that's going to happen now, because I realized today that I have like a week that I can actually knit. I mean, it's like what, 9 or 10 days, but I only have a week that I will actually be able to knit on it. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work out. Here's my swatch, which I know is not a proper swatch, but I just wanted something that I could throw into the washing machine and make sure, because these are both machine washable, these are both superwash, but wanted to make a quick swatch and just make sure that, you know, they're going to be okay. So, yeah. And I like to live dangerously, so I don't often swatch. But last time I made a sweater, I did have a what is the word for it? A dye running concern, a color like kind of transfer concern. So I had to make a swatch and wash that first to make sure that it was going to stay the same color if I washed it. So, yeah. that is the discontinued contrast, and I think that's all the works in progress. I also showed the FOs, so then now we are on stash enhancements, and I talked about this in the last episode, which you guys did not see, but stash enhancements, other than at YarnCon, are going to be kind of slim to none until Black Friday, so November. That's a long time. I know it is. Because I'm trying to stagnate sheep. I have something like 22,000 yards in already since I started I always say stagnant sheep. Stationary sheep. Keep my stash the same size. I started that on February 9th, and I have something like 22,000 yards in, so yeah. If I'm going to actually catch up to myself by Black Friday, then I need to pretty much not buy yarn other than YarnCon and the Leading Men Fiber Arts Color of the Month and the Highland Handmaids Color Study Club. So, here is this month's Leading Men Fiber Arts Color of the Month. It is called Boyhood. I got it on callback, which is their sport weight. And that is so pretty. I don't know if you guys can really see the color. It's kind of matching my wall in the camera viewfinder, but it doesn't match the wall, I assure you. It's got little bits of brown in there, some blues and greens. It does have some yellow, but it's more of a greeny yellow. It doesn't. Yeah. Oh, that makes it show up better. Yeah. That's more what it's like. So that's that. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I decided to stock up on the sport weight a little bit. So I got that. So, that's all the yarn I got. I also got some new crochet hooks, and I wanted to just take a minute and talk about them. First of all, this is what I mostly have been using for a while. These are the Clover something or other. The Clovers with the hard ergonomic hook. And I've been using these a lot. And I saw some B-O-Y-E, however you say that company name. I saw some of these with the rubbery hook, and I thought, well, that's going to be super comfortable, right? Because it has a rubbery hook. But, yeah, I got a couple of these, and on some of them, I don't know if you guys can see that. You probably can't see it, but on some of them, there's a seam here, of course, where they connect the rubber. And on some of these, you can actually feel the seam, and it hurts my hand. So, those were not as good as I thought they would be. That was kind of disappointing, you know. But, I found these other hooks. And these are so much better. They have a kind of rubbery hook, and they're round, but you can't feel the seam. Yay! These are the Tulip. Goes that way. The Tulip hooks. My camera doesn't like me. But they're called the Tulip hooks. They're a Japanese company, and I got the J just to start out to work on that the owl thing, because the only J I had was a plastic hook, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna do 2 strands of worsted weight with a plastic hook. My hands will just die, the hook will break, it just ain't happening. So I went ahead and got a J of the Tulip hook, and I love this thing so much that I went back and I got a G, and I got an F, and I got a B. These are the main sizes that I use, is F, G, and B. So, I got those. And once I have some more money, I'm probably going to get some more. They're like 8 to 10 they are 8 to 10 bucks a piece. So, I gotta save up some more money. Or wait until after YarnCon or whatever. You know? You guys know how it is. But, yeah, so I got 4 of those because I love them. They are very comfortable. And I highly recommend them. Oh, one thing I wanted to point out, and the whole reason that I brought multiple hooks in here. Another problem I had with the boy was that the neck of the hook is very deep. Professional here. It has a very deep neck. And the Clover that I'm used to, that I use a lot, does not have a deep neck. And I apologize that you guys probably can't see this at all. But yeah, the boy hook was slowing me down because the yarn would keep getting like caught in that deep neck of the hook. I crochet really, really quickly, so I need the shorter neck to help me go quick and not have the yarn get stuck in there. And the Tulip basically combines the best of both worlds. It has the rubbery kind of grip and it's circular, but it has the shallow neck and it has seams you cannot feel. So even though they are like $8 to $10 a piece, I highly recommend them because it is worth getting good tools, I think. So good tools help you get the job done right? So I think that's pretty much all that I have to say today. And I feel bad because episode 9 was like really long and this one is much shorter and has a lot less content. Well, next week I actually will not be filming next week because I'm just going to wait until after Yarncon. So I'm going to film on either Sunday or Monday, most likely Monday. So that way I can show you guys my Yarncon haul. So I'll see you guys back here week after next. And I apologize if you can hear my dog. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and all that. See you on Ravelry under the Yarncon group. See you at not the Yarncon group, the Yarncast group. See you at yarncast.com. See you at yarncast.etsy.com. And all that jazz. I am Sonic Freak everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, everything. So, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.